If you're watching this, then chances are you want to get paid to play video games. There's a lot of ways to becoming a pro gamer, but it takes more than just skill or playing games. I'm going to let you in on what I've learned along the way. So if there's anything you want to know, make sure you leave a comment.
Yeah, I get what you're saying because I was
Yeah.
about to ask you if like you have to worry about copyright if there's stuff in your videos that makes reference to other things or if there's songs like you just said, so
Yes, you
you
do
can
have to
use
worry.
it, they just won't add those videos.
You do so perfect example, that's the reason why I don't have music in my streams because number
Okay.
one, if I want to use that footage for anything, I have to mute it or else it's going to get, you know, hit with a copyright thing. Um, Twitch, what they do is their archive, they'll mute that portion. YouTube kind of does the same thing, but YouTube might block the entire video in all countries. It did that because I played, I think, Enter Sandman or something like that, and the entire video was blocked, even though it was a 4-hour stream. So you do have to be careful with what you use. If you're just playing the game and you're just talking
Okay.
or whatever,
And you have the team voices
yeah, you
in the
don't have to
background.
worry. But that's why,
Okay.
like a lot of these streamers, they don't put it on YouTube and they don't care about the archive. Their viewership is right there and now.
I have
And
a
that's
name,
going
by
to
the way.
happen and it will happen more in the future. Now here's the thing. I have a rule for myself where I will not promote somebody. Now having you play and us talking and hey, go follow McCoy, that I don't really consider that promotion. That's just watching out for a friend. But I mean like
Yeah, I know what you
hardcore
mean.
promoting, like you guys all like putting out a video or something or a collaboration or something and then finishing it off with make sure you go subscribe or watch McCoy. I don't do that until a person has put in the work to show that they're going to do it whether
That's
or
fair
not
enough.
they get
That
that
makes sense.
promotion. Because I've had people where I've started to do that and then they quit because they either get a job or they don't like it or
Or
it's too
college or
much work
something.
or college or whatever. Yeah, so you kind of have to prove yourself to me that
Okay,
you're
that makes
in it
sense.
for the long haul before I, you know, give you
Because
that
yeah,
promotion.
otherwise it makes you look bad, and I understand that.
Exactly. Also, you don't want to, the phrase blow your load too soon. You don't want to do that either. It does no good for me to promote you when you are just starting out because what happens is people will go to your channel or your stream and they won't see anything and you just lost your what do they call it, the first impression. You just lost it with
Yep.
those people. So what you want to
Okay.
do is you kind of want to have a library. You kind of want to already be developed a little bit, know what you're doing a little bit, and then do it from there, seasoned.
Okay, so are you saying to have like a couple videos ready before you like completely start so you have content
Well, it depends on what
on
you
your
want to do. If you're gonna focus on YouTube, then yeah, get a year under your belt or whatever, where you have. Because the thing is, what's going to happen is you're going to do it for the first time. If you go back and watch my first couple of videos, I just did this yesterday. I was looking for a song that I used in one of my old first, I think it was the third video I made or something like that. And I'm watching this video, I'm
Mhm.
like, oh my God, I fucking sucked. I was terrible. Like, the video was just garbage. The way I was talking was garbage. It was just, you get better with experience. So you kind of want to get this practice in before you have a lot of people watching so you can hone your craft, and
Okay.
find your sweet spot of what you're good at, what you're not good at. You may be, your thing may be trials, or maybe it's just Crucible in general, or maybe it's tips
Okay.
or how to snipe or whatever. But
Okay.
you gotta get to that sweet spot first because you don't want
Okay.
10,000 subscribers and you're like, what do I do?
Shit. Yeah. Okay, so the one last thing I wanted to know was how do you edit your videos and like how do you like I love the intro to your video, how it has like your fly in with the explosion
Yeah.
of your name. How do you make all that stuff?
So different people,
Badass gaming.
different people. When when I first watched a YouTube video about gaming, I saw the obligatory, "What's going on? It's your boy, blah blah blah, with another daily video on blah blah blah," and it pissed me off, to be honest. I'm like, that is so fucking dumb. Why do you do that every fucking time? And the thing is, people don't know how to start their videos, so they start with that, and then they do it every
Yeah.
single time, and it's fucking annoying. I hate it, to be honest. Do whatever you want, but that's, I won't mock you if you do that. If you're like, it's McCoy, I'm all for originality, and everybody does that, and it's just
Okay.
not original
That makes
anymore.
sense because everybody has their own little signature.
Everybody
thing
has their
that
own
they
little
do.
signature, and that's fine. That's branding, you know.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, it's good to do that. It's branding, but
Okay.
I want people to be original. That's just my thing. You know, don't just do
Okay,
what
cool.
everybody else is doing, because then you fall into that mix, and there's nothing that sets you apart.
It's like, oh, he's copying this guy.
Yeah, exactly. So come up with your
Okay.
own thing. If you do it every time, that's fine, but just be original. You know, what you want to do is this is branding. You want to make sure people know who you are. You want to make sure they know who you are right away, and you want to leave them knowing who you are. So that's why you put it at the beginning and at the
Yep.
end. Some type of
Okay, cool.
branding, like badass or whatever.
So it gets stuck in their head. It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for you to call your channel Trip Mine and then end with
Oh my
Trip
God.
Mine. I'm kidding.
Yell that at the beginning
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
the beats of my video.
I'm kidding.
And have that clip of me dying.
And that's the thing. If you're original and if you do something that sticks out like that, people are going to remember that.
And
So
then when they're playing with their friends, they're like, "Oh, you got to go check this out."
Yeah.
And then, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
For me, though, I didn't want to rely on those same, yo, it's your boy, badass gaming. See, my thing, I started off, and here's a little tip, I guess. When I started making videos, when you make videos, nobody knows anything about you. And there's times when you
Yep.
have to make videos or do things that the big guys are already doing. So why would somebody watch you when they could go watch some other guy
Yep.
that has hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers? So my mindset going into it was, I have to make sure I'm different. I have to give
Exactly.
people something different, give them a reason to watch me instead of somebody else. So I started with zombies, and when people would make a tutorial on
okay.
zombies, you would see a half-hour video on how to do something. So my game plan going in was, okay, instead of making it a half hour, if I make it 5 to 7 minutes, people may
A lot
want
of people
to.
don't want to sit down and
Yeah,
watch
exactly.
those. Okay.
Exactly. People will watch mine because I get to the point faster than somebody else. And
That
so
makes
that's
sense.
why I never did that type of intro. Yo, it's your boy, blah, 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 because you're just wasting time. So my mindset
Okay.
going in was hit them with the brand, get to the point, give them what they want, get out. Hit it and quit it. And it worked for me, you know? Like, people like that. They appreciate that. They're like, all right, he's not wasting my time with a huge, long-ass intro. I know who he is, badass gaming. He told me what I needed, and the video's over. It was nice, quick, and easy. I'm not saying that's what you have to do, but just think about those types of things, like how you can set yourself apart from other people.
From someone else.
Yeah. I have experience in video editing and stuff like that. It's my real life job. That's why I started doing this with
That
YouTube.
one's funny.
Yeah. So I know video editing, and I use that. My intro with the badass and stuff, that's stuff that I made literally while I was at work. You know, just using the tools I have at work. It would be like if you're a machinist or something like that, and you make, you know, some type of logo out of scrap metal or something like that, and then using it. I'm using what I do every day at work for my channel. There's guys that you can hire. Like, if you look at some of these other streamers or YouTubers, they have graphics all over the place, and then their videos are shitty. That's because they hired. I can give you links to places where you can have somebody design you a logo, where you can have them design you, you know, a quick little intro or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So
Is there like a somewhere that you could get it yourself though and do it yourself, or does it have to be?
yeah, there's
Oh, okay.
I can give you that website. You can buy. That's what I do. I don't have a
Okay,
lot of time.
I would like to have that, I think, because I kind of want to make my own thing. Like, I want this to be something that I do for myself.
So you can have somebody create you. I mean, and logos and all that are completely unimportant until you grow. All people are going to
Oh,
care
okay,
about,
really?
yeah, all people are going to care about right away is your gameplay, your entertainment value.
Okay.
There's, you gotta find what you're good at, what you like doing. Like I said, some people are better at explaining stuff. Like True Vanguard, if you watch him, he'll explain what he's doing, how to get better at
Yeah, exactly.
Crucible.
He's very good about that.
Yeah, me, I'm just a fucking ball of mess. People watch me to laugh. They don't watch me to get better. I don't think anybody has ever watched me saying, I am now better at Crucible after watching you. That's not what I'm good at. I could easily do that.
You give people a good time though, and that's more of a creative thing.
Exactly.
Because like those people that are so good, that the biggest thing they can do is explain because they're so good at it. That
And
just them
and you'll
explaining
notice,
their mindset.
yeah, you'll notice that a lot of people that focus on really, really good gameplay don't have a fun personality. They're more objective. They're more detail oriented and
serious.
stuff. Yeah, serious, very serious. So,
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you giving
No
me
problem.
some tips
Hey,
on how
anytime-
to get started.
look, anytime you have questions, seriously, I'll discuss anything and everything with you.